Are institutions front-running retail in the crypto markets? Let's take a deeper look, analyze a bit of the data, see what I hear out in the market, and then let's ask ourselves, is this an institutional pump? Does this pump come from something else? Where's it coming from? Is this sustainable? So let's dive in. Yesterday, our head of community, Fabio, and myself on our company's YouTube channel. If you look for Bake, the Bake YouTube channel, we had about a 45-minute live yesterday where we discussed this in greater detail. So here on the personal channel, I want to kind of summarize that a bit and kind of dive in a bit. Obviously, crypto been pumping like crazy over the past week. Some coins even more than others. Bitcoin has been the strong kind of winner out of all the larger coins here. Very, very interesting. Bitcoin Cash actually pumped over 100% in the last week. So all of you Bitcoin Cash holders out there, well, I know you have been underperforming for a long time, but you made it up over the last week. So kudos. I know we also have a lot of Bitcoin Cash investors on our platform. So if you are looking into this, go to bake.io, take a look. Where's all this coming from? I think a bit of different reasons, but all of them kind of accumulating a bit together. I still think the video I made on Monday is spot on right, that a lot of the kind of pump comes from people, or probably people, but like a few institutions or a few groups trying to exit because of the prime trust situation, this entire custodial situation. We discussed this on Monday. This is really, really weird. The entire TrueUSD story where there's no redemptions. I mean, they say there's redemptions, but no one seems to be able to redeem. There's no minting, so people are really worried about that. I think that is a big story. Then the entire Binance. I think Binance really is trying to kind of consolidate their entire treasury as good as they can. And so I think all these really contribute to the pump. And I think they do make, they are a strong kind of factor in all of that. But then we saw data coming out from CoinShares on Monday, and CoinShares is an institutional platform, and they're tracking a lot of the trading that goes on from an institutional standpoint. And they came out and said, look, about $200 million US, mainly in Bitcoin, was flowing in last week, and this is a 52-week high. Now, I do agree, this is like a 52-week high, but this number is nothing if you look at the kind of bigger picture. And I'm not 100% sure if $200 million US actually can cause such a pump alone. I think it's kind of accumulation of a lot of things, right? So yes, I do agree the Bitcoin spot ETF hype, and I think Fidelity filed as well, and that caused a pump of Bitcoin over 31,000. It explains well why Bitcoin is outperforming. But on the bigger scale of things, I really don't think this alone can be the reason for the pump. Also, Kraken, the head of OTC on Twitter, posted some very cryptic message. And I mean, I have quite some good connections to many, many platforms, also OTC desks. And all of them share a bit of the same sentiment, where they're like, yeah, we don't see that kind of volume at all. So it seems very isolated. It seems very niche and focused. So the breadth of all this is very narrow. Generally, this is just like on the stock market. This is always a bit tricky because this means that a few things are actually pushing everything. If I compare this, right, let's say to 2021, 2 years ago, where we sometimes had to move tens of millions of dollars in and out of Bitcoin for various reasons, treasury and so on. We didn't move them, and we did this in less than an hour. There was absolutely nothing that happened to the markets, like to the price at that point. So 200 million pumping it by 15% or 20% is either we have zero liquidity in the market, which could be. I mean, people are saying liquidity is very slim, and I haven't tested the liquidity, so you have to always be a bit careful on actual volumes because we see a lot of wash trading and so on going on. You really only see true liquidity when you actually try it, and suddenly, whoop, but that liquidity disappears. So I think this is, yeah, really, really interesting at the moment. I do think at least until the end of the month, until the end of the quarter, so end of June, we are not going to see prices much, like moving much. And wait, hey, dude, Yes, great. You know, he's funny. Come on. Oh man, stops in the middle of the intersection. I don't have much of an issue, but when people really don't know how to drive, then actually dangerous because they're stopping in the middle of the intersection. Where was I stuck? You see, lost the train of thought now. Options. Options expiry is happening on Bitcoin at around 30,000. That's kind of max pain at the moment. So keeping that a bit in mind, it's just really unlikely for the Bitcoin price to move much away. So yeah, that's where we are in all that. Looks constructive for now. Surprisingly constructive. But there is an asterisk to it. So these are my thoughts. Are institutions front-running retail? If they are, they're doing it with very small volume. I mean, 200 million is nothing, right? If that's the volume, then I don't know. I wouldn't be all too worried about the front-running. Yesterday also, the leveraged Bitcoin ETF went live with $5 million. I mean, what is this? Like, this is like tiny amounts, right? If you kind of think about this. So we're far away from what people kind of expect, that there's like the next bull market breaking out, or that this is like an institution's front running. If they are, then these are a bull market for ants or something. My thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think institutions are front running? Let me know in the comments. Do you think do you think that bull market has legs? Let me know. And if you want to see the long version, head over to the company's YouTube channel, Big, and watch our long format there. With that, have a really beautiful rest of a Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy. Subscribe to the channel, click the like button if you want to support all this, and then see you next time. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Julian, bye-bye.